The consumer electronics world was really never here. And so it's not a matter of bringing it back, it's a matter of starting it here.
In light of supply chain issues highlighted by the COVID-19 pandemic, a push to bring manufacturing home to America returned.
BlackBerry stock peaked at nearly $150 in 2008. Now it's sitting pretty at around $5. January 2022 marked the end of an era.
85% of Americans have a smartphone, and that percentage has grown every year since their inception. But some think the dumb phone industry will grow as well.
I'm never going back to a smartphone.
Made in China. It's a common phrase we see on everything. From clothes to electronics, China controls the market. And while that's today's reality, it has not always been the case. The United States used to be a global leader in manufacturing, but in 2010, China passed the U.S. in manufacturing output and has seen massive growth ever since, going from 3.5% in 1990 to 30.5% in 2021. With the U.S. now ranking behind China at 16.8% of global manufacturing output. However, in light of supply chain issues highlighted by the COVID-19 pandemic, a push to bring manufacturing home to America returned.
Stamping products made in America.
Made in America, made in the USA.
The revitalization of American manufacturing.
While some industries like the semiconductor industry and the battery market are scrambling to build new factories across the U.S., tech giants are not making the same effort to do that. CNBC wanted to find out why tech giants aren't making smartphones in America. We visited one company which is manufacturing a phone in the U.S. to explore what it would take for more phones to be made in the States. The history of manufacturing technology in the U.S. dates back decades, way before smartphones even existed.
The whole concept of manufacturing in the U.S. was very strong through about the mid-1960s. We fundamentally gave manufacturing away in the 60s and 70s, and in that time frame, Japan expanded, China expanded, a lot of the other Asian countries expanded.
Today, the supply chain for smartphone manufacturing lives outside of the U.S., and big tech companies are heavily involved. Apple and Alphabet hire and send thousands of employees abroad to oversee manufacturing.
Prior to COVID, it was very common to send engineers like myself, maybe 10, 20, 40 engineers at a time to the factory to support prototyping builds, to do that learning and finding and fixing of issues and be in the right place at the right time.
In fact, in 2019, Apple was United Airlines' biggest customer, buying 50 business class seats from San Francisco to Shanghai daily, accounting for $150 million in annual revenue for United. This is one reason Anna Katrina Shedletsky founded Instrumental. The startup aims to reduce waste in the manufacturing process by making it easier to oversee production remotely.
I started Instrumental with my co-founder Sam because we felt like data provided an opportunity to be leveraged to solve these problems much faster. And maybe I wouldn't have to, as an engineer, go to China every several weeks for many weeks at a time to find these issues and try to be in the right place at the right time.
As new technologies like Instrumental emerge to make it easier to manufacture abroad, there isn't much incentive for companies to move factories to America. Apple has moved some iPhone production to India amidst COVID lockdowns in China and rising tensions between Washington and Beijing. One estimate predicts 1 out of 4 iPhones will be made in India by 2025. So why not move some production to the U.S. as well? Back in 2012, Apple CEO Tim Cook made this point.
The consumer electronics world was really never here. And so it's not a matter of bringing it back, it's a matter of starting it here.
Then in 2017, he followed up telling Fortune it's an issue of highly skilled labor.